the face-off. Rob Cunningham here alongside an excited Vin D'Anton and Kevin Kunzman. As we're back, we missed last week.
We're back. I don't know who those idiots were in our seats, but according to Kevin, they were good. So I say we axe him next, and we bring in Tebow to take his spot. But we'll get to that later, right?
They let me talk.
We can't have any of that. We can't have any of that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This week, I say we let him go 20 seconds, 15 seconds per category or whatever.
You're so
segment.
kind.
We also apparently can't have challenge. We also apparently can't have challenge flags on plays that are already going to be reviewed, according to Vin's great buddy Roger Goodell. Two separate instances, I believe it was Mike Smith of the Falcons did it, and then
It happened in Dallas the week before.
yes, and then
Detroit
with Jim Schwartz. Guys, fair rule, fair foul.
To just explain the rule real quick, because apparently on Thanksgiving people were confused, and I can understand why any head coach is confused.
I've
by
never
this
seen that rule
doofus
ever.
rule.
I've never
well,
seen that
I
happen.
think it first came to mind in the Browns-Cleveland game 2 weeks ago when Miles Austin clearly fumbled and Shermer threw the flag. Now, I didn't know this until I was at the Giants-Redskins game where they reviewed a turnover, and I didn't know what the heck was going on. Everyone was like confused. But anyway, long story short, Shermer got a penalty because he's not allowed to throw the flag before the booth says they will review it. This is a new rule that really wasn't even, I didn't even remember hearing it, that every turnover is reviewed, every score is reviewed, we know that. But why penalize a coach for throwing a challenge flag? It's just a natural reaction. It's because of people like you, Goodell, that the coach is going to see that it was a close call. He's going to throw the flag! Why make that a rule? Why is that a penalty?
Yeah,
Can someone explain it to me? I kicked the ball because I'm so angry.
Yeah,
But why is that a rule?
I don't know. I don't
It
know
makes
why
no
it's a
sense.
rule.
And then it literally cost them the game. I don't blame refs for anything, but that literally could have cost the Lions the game and their season.
Yeah, I don't. The play's already going to review it. I don't see what difference the challenge flag makes with it or not. Like, what's it matter?
It's like they're getting penalized for doing the ref's job for them. Like
Yeah.
it literally makes no sense. Like I understand maybe like saying like oh that your challenge will be negated. You lose that challenge.
Absolutely.
But then both reviews are negated, and then it's a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's like, oh, by the way, here's an extra kick to the face for trying to be diligent.
It makes no sense. And you know what's funny? The loophole that was mentioned on some radio station the other day, I forget what it was that in a way, could have Kubiak threw the flag so they didn't review it? Like, think about that.
Yeah, like
That's a
the
major
opposite.
loophole.
Like if
Yeah,
the call's
no
going to go
coach
against
will
you,
ever do it because
if
they have
respect
respect for each other.
But yeah, you make a good point. If the call is going to go against you, if you think the call is going to go against you, throw the flag so they can't review it.
Yeah, and that's wrong that you're not going to review it. That's the most unfair thing. And for a commissioner that preaches about fairness and taking care of the game and cherishing the game, you continue to prove that you are the worst commissioner in the history of professional sports, and I hope you had the worst Thanksgiving of all time.
Had the worst
whatever.
Thanksgiving of all time. Anyway, the Dallas Cowboys, speaking of Thanksgiving, Cowboys with another loss. This time on Thanksgiving to the
Shocker.
Washington Redskins at home. Tony Romo.
It was a good.
Up and
That was the one good
down.
part of Thanksgiving weekend for you, wasn't it? Seeing the Cowboys lose. No?
I like watching RG3.
Everything just hurts at this point for them. But
Is it time to get rid of Romo?
Yes.
Is this Romo ever
It-
over?
it-
Can someone tell me it's over?
It is, but they got to wait till they have a better option. They're not going to go out there. They're not going to just throw it to some no offense, but like a second-round pick that has completely unproven in the league. Like Tony Romo is a good
Romo was
playmaker.
wait, time out. Romo was unproven, and they had Drew Bledsoe.
No, I know that. I'm saying Nick Foles. Yeah, that was the reference I was making there. I'm just saying that Tony Romo, he is a good playmaker, but he's not going to be a caliber quarterback for the kind of options that you have for that sort of offense. I was thinking if you put him somewhere like Kansas City or Jacksonville, he gets you a few wins there because they don't have the other options around him. He has to make the plays, and he can improvise. Of course, it goes either way. But if you put him on a team where they actually do have talented options and they're not getting the ball enough because he's running around and chucking it wherever he wants, that's just only going to cause you problems like you've seen for like the last 5 years.
Yeah, I think, like you said, they don't really have a viable second option. I mean, Tony Romo's an average to above average quarterback, but he's not the elite quarterback that's I can see winning you a Super Bowl. So like you said, until they have a viable second option that they can go to get rid of Romo,
They can't.
they got to stick with him.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps telling Jeffrey Lurie to wake up. We have Cowboy fans petitioning to President Obama. I don't know if you guys saw that today.
I
to get rid of Jerry Jones. They need about 28,000 more signatures for it to pass. By the way, that will pass. They'll find Cowboy fans. Lock it up right now.
They only need 25,000 signatures.
28,000. Hey, do you know how many Cowboy fans there are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid amount.
Exactly.
25,000.
Absolutely.
America's team.
They have this it's kind of like how I was with with Eli Manning for years. They're so protective of him, but Eli Manning was a bigger investment. He was the first overall pick. You gave up a lot of your franchise to get Eli Manning, but you almost got rid of him after 4 years anyway. How long has it been? I think he's been around as long as Eli Manning, except 1 year less. But he hasn't won a Super Bowl.
And he's older.
The guy really, to be honest with you, the potential he has, he really should be the best quarterback in the game after Rodgers, because he is an amazing athlete. But I'm tired of them sticking up for him. I'm tired of hearing my friends who are like Cowboys fans, and you and I know better than anybody. A certain somebody who used to host this show thinks that Romo is basically golden. I think the guy's talented. I think he can get it done. Maybe he needs a new team. Like Belichick, for example, I'm not comparing Tony Romo to Belichick. He needed a new scene. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what he needs.
He needs a fresh start.
And I respect the whole factor of let's not be like all of these other teams like Jacksonville who's ready to already kill the Blaine Gabbert thing. Yeah. Like, right. I respect the patience. But you know what? If this season, if he continues to throw all these picks, which is leading to the team's loss, I don't care how bad a game the defense has, you can't throw interceptions.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And we're going to move now to...
It's over, Cowboy fans! It's over! It didn't work!
We're going to move to your guys' teams now. I see different eras.
That's
Is that Monty Toomer?
Yeah.
I still win. And wait, first of all, we all have Reebok. We don't even have Nike.
Yeah.
Technically, we can get sued by the NFL.
There you go. Anyway, talking about the New York Giants beating the Green Bay Packers Sunday night at home. We talked about recently the Giants collapse maybe beginning, but are you buying them again after the win?
Talking about the Giants collapse?
No. No. It's one game, guys. It's one game. They have against a Green Bay team who's, frankly, I don't think is as good as advertised. 7-4 now? 7-3? 7-4?
Well, they have Aaron Rodgers.
They have Aaron Rodgers, but they don't really have
know
much
how
of
bad the
anything
Giants'
else.
defense is.
They
We
really
know
don't
how
have
bad
much
they were
of
against
anything
Rodgers
else.
last year. Now, maybe you could say, maybe the Giants have his number. Fine. The collapse is not over, no, but they should be Washington next Monday. But you know what that game did for me Sunday night? It did two things for me. I'll give you the negative first. It boggled my mind how you can lose to the Cincinnati Bengals 31-13 and then destroy the Green Bay Packers up and down the field, but in a positive way. What it did for Vinny Anton was that it reminded me. What Eli Manning and the Giants did was remind me, Robert, that we are the Super Bowl champions, baby. That's what that game said Sunday night. You want to talk about the Packers, you want to talk about the Falcons, you want to talk about this and that, and Michael Vick and the Eagles. Oh, we're going to win the division this year. The Eagles are going to win 10 games. All this crap. We're the Super Bowl champions, baby! Woo! We didn't even weep.
Did you just do a discount double check?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Hey, Rodgers, discount double check this.
See that mustache?
Pretty sure that was
Discount
totally
double
unnecessary.
this.
You see the mustache on him? By the way, that's why we won.
Thinks he's the cast member Chips.
Yes.
Even McCarthy. You don't realize when you're fat and you have a mustache, it makes you look fatter.
Was that the charity? But were they doing the charity thing where they're just trying to look like idiots?
Stupid.
Either way, they looked like idiots.
Morons. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
We gave them a pretty tough time there, but yeah, no.
Packer fans, go home and don't come back. Don't come back out of your house. Don't ever come to my stadium ever again. Oh, hey, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going?
There you go.
Honestly, I'm going to stay true to what I said before. It's not going to be who wins the division. It's going to be who loses it. I think we will probably just fall backwards into it again. I think we do beat RG3 again. Eli found his mojo. I'm confident whenever he's confident.
Oh, how about my boy lowering his shoulder? How about my boy lowering his shoulder? How about that? Woo! I don't see Michael Vick doing that. I see Michael Vick just going,
yeah.
But my boy had the ball. He had the first down by 5 yards, and he went, boom! Jamal Williams, boom!
You're making our audio guy work today.
I think if the Giants win 2 more games, they win the division.
That play sparked. That play sparked
in this division.
Right there.
In this division, probably.
Yes or no question. Giants win the East.
Yeah.
Yes. Moving to,
I'll be mad next week.
Moving to Vin's favorite coach, Jim Harbaugh with San Francisco 49ers. Some interesting comments about the quarterback situation after Colin Kaepernick came in and defeated the New Orleans Saints for the 49ers. Let's take a listen to Coach Harbaugh.
Alex Smith is our starting quarterback. He has not done anything to lose that job as a backup quarterback because he started games and played very well in those games. So in a unique situation, you have 2 quarterbacks that are playing at a very high level.
Well, guys, do you agree? Kevin?
No. I do not. No, I mean, I agree that Jim Harbaugh is stupid. That is actually what I'm agreeing with. I don't understand how a guy completes 17 out of his 18 passes in his last start. He has almost a near perfect quarterback rating. He has done that almost this entire year to where he has almost managed these games perfectly for them, and he's losing his starting job over a mild concussion. I don't understand where the benefit is benching a guy that took you 13-3 to the NFC Championship when nobody believed in you. How you can bench that guy who was like the emotional trademark of your team, who was like everything that
And the
resembled
whole blue-collar
the 49er comeback. Exactly. I don't know how you could take him and just chuck him aside because a guy did well against a shoddy defense and cutlerless Bears. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a little strange. I mean, like you said, I mean, you have two good quarterbacks. Certainly a situation that any team wants to be in, but
Beneficial.
But the statement doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the statement doesn't make any sense. The only good thing...
Smith is your starter,
the only good thing that could come out of this for the San Francisco 49ers, I think, and who knows, Jim Harbaugh might even be thinking this when he's saying this, is you're forcing your opponents now to guess who is starting for the San Francisco 49ers that week and have forced them to use valuable practice time to game plan for two quarterbacks.
Look, Jim Harbaugh, is he a smart guy? Absolutely. He's the new quarterback guru. I can't stand you. I don't like your face. I don't like your team. I don't like you. Okay? What you said is that might be the dumbest. Like, you know that part in Billy Madison? After hearing that clip, everyone in this room is now dumber for having heard it. You are wood at no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. That's you. But guys, get ready to be shocked. As for the decision of starting Colin Kaepernick, I back Jim Harbaugh 100%. He owes Alex Smith nothing. Okay, Alex Smith should have known. That contract was out of pity. Fine, we feel bad for Alex Smith. He had to deal with all those coordinating changes.
I don't feel bad for him.
I totally understand.
He's earned it, though.
But 17 of 18, what is that?
That's
not
a
over
win.
20 passes.
That's
whenever he has those kind of numbers, it's under 20 passes. With Alex
How many
Smith,
he's
timeout.
like-
With Alex Smith, they were not winning games when the defense would allow more than 20 points.
and the only reason they won the Saints game was because of the two
You realize
defensive
how much
touchdowns.
Colin Kaepernick opens things up?
He doesn't.
Look.
he's a
I don't see
safe
him
player,
winning.
as Smith.
Here's my thing. I don't see Colin Kaepernick winning any playoff games at all. I see the Giants or the Packers or somebody going into Candlestick and destroying them. I see that happening. But in a town where you guys give so much crap, where you wanted Michael Vick bench, where you wanted McNabb bench all those years, can you appreciate what he's like doing?
No.
He doesn't owe Alex Smith. He went after Peyton Manning in the offseason.
Yeah, I know. And no matter who's there,
Alex
it's
Smith
going to
should've
be
saw
the
this
same
coming. He was
offense. It's going to be a
13-3.
run-first offense. Kaepernick is going to be throwing about 15 passes per game, same as Alex Smith,
I
because
hate to
Alex
admit
Smith
it,
was
but-
being that productive with just 15 passes.
Was he that
the defense
productive?
is going to win them games.
Was he that productive?
Yes, he was. He was
Hold on.
winning.
Compared to the top 10
He was
quarterbacks,
winning.
all the quarterbacks in the Super Bowl the past 5 years have
People
been
are saying-
Manning, Roethlisberger,
After
Breeze,
6 weeks, they
Rodgers,
were saying he was
Smith.
MVP candidate.
I
They
can
were.
He's not a
see-
Super Bowl
he was
quarterback.
I can
He's not a
see
Super
where
Bowl-
you're coming
Alex Smith's a Super
from.
Bowl
I can
quarterback.
see the point you're making, but I think right now Alex Smith gives you the best chance to win, and that's what you have to go
As long
with.
as it doesn't bother the locker room, does it really matter?
You don't know that, though.
Alex
you have
Smith
no
gives you
idea
the
if it
best
does or
chance to
doesn't.
win
You heard
right
Vernon Davis
now.
after the game. They don't care. These guys want to win. They are brainwashed by this guy.
It's
They're
just,
brainwashed by Jim Harbaugh. They would do whatever this guy says because he doesn't take his
And
pants
when-
down like their old coach.
and when
but
Kaepernick craps his pants in the
okay,
first round, then
okay.
he will, but
there you go. But then why
is
don't you
Alex
have
Smith
Smith?
really honestly, is Alex Smith really the future of the San Francisco 49ers?
Yes.
All right.
Dude.
Well,
Yes.
that's how we end
Yes.
our first segment. We'll step off to a break, come back with more here on Face Off.